let's... Alright, Fo. Please tell me everything is working. Yeah, it seems to be working, boys. Alright, so we're gonna wait for everything to fill up for a minute, and then we're gonna hop right into what we're gonna be talking about today. This one I hoped to be about 30 minutes to an hour long, because I got a lot to talk about. Tell you what it's about in a minute. 2 viewers. Yeah, looking good, kitties. Now, reading live chat will not be as easy today. I'll check in on it incrementally, but for the most part, I'm going to be on this document that kind of gives me all of my information on what I'm going to be talking about today. So, seems like we got a couple people in here, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, today I'm going to be talking about So basically today, there's a lot of VR headsets on the market. With it being almost Christmas time, I thought it'd be fun to make the next kind of podcast thing about, what VR headset is for you. Like, do you have the top-of-the-line PC? Do you have a barely, meeting minimum specs PC? Heck, do you not even have a VR-capable PC at all? Like, what's your situation, and, which headset would be best for you based on that situation? So, today we're going to talk about specs of all the headsets. We're going to be talking about, resolution, field of view, all that good stuff. Well, if I have it listed. I'm going to hopefully mention the majority of the headsets. We'll talk about the better ones and the ones that should be for the investment, more than if it was, one that you may not want to go for, but it's still an option. So, we're going to go ahead and check live chat really quick before we get started. Alrighty. What the heck does that say? Capture moments as they happen. Oh, it said something. Oh, it's like a... Okay, I know what that does. Not really. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. So, first, let's talk about what I'm going to call the Everyman HMD, the Oculus Quest. We're going to go off the Quest 2 because the Quest 1 is no longer being sold. Well, you can buy it on eBay, and I'll be selling mine soon on eBay if you want one. Let me know. They'll be... they're roughly the same specs. There's not a lot of graphical... It does look better on the Quest 2, but graphical fidelity-wise, it's whatever. Okay, so, first off, with the Quest 2, it has a fast switch LCD display with an 1832 by 1920 resolution per eye. It's capable of 60, 72, and 90 Hz refresh rates. With 6 GB RAM, combined with the new Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 chip, which is the brand new one. It's the most powerful they have. And its audio solution is a built-in kind of little thing. So, we'll talk about audio once I get to the Riff Test and everything, because they use the same audio and everything else. Now, I will vaguely mention the, CV1. If you don't know what the CV1 is, it's the original Oculus headset. We're going to talk about the original Vive and the Vive Pro, so that way you know if you want to go cheaper and buy something off eBay or, whatever you want to do. Now, the Quest is, again, like I said, the Everyman HMD. It's got, everything's built into the headset. You don't have to use a PC if you want to. But you have the option to use a PC through the link cable. And the link cable basically is just, you can buy the $80 one off of Oculus's website, and it gives you a pretty good length, but it's $80 for a cable. The setup I have here, I think it's like I don't know, I'm a little bit over, I think I'm between 5'6" and 5'7", and my cable that I have that comes, so the way we have it set up for me is we have anchor cable that you have to have a USB Type-C on one end, and that's valuable to mention is that the Oculus link cable is USB Type-C to USB Type-C, so most modern graphics cards or motherboards have one USB Type-C slot in them. Mine is a USB Type-C, which plugs into the headset. That's going to be the same for the Quest 2. And it's a cable that's, I think it's probably about 4 to 5 feet. And then it goes down into a extender, and that extender is like 15 feet or whatever, and it runs back into the PC and supplies the data. Now, my connection into my PC is a what's it called? It's a USB Type 3. And then there is, let me go check live chat really quick. So basically it's got, and now I'll go ahead and vaguely mention the built-in audio. The built-in audio, they're like little speakers on the headset. They're a little bit behind your face covering, and it's the same on the Riff Test, and they produce sound, but as soon as you put on some over-ear headphones, your audio quality is instantly a bajillion times better. You just love it so much more. Now, comfort-wise, the Quest 1 is way more comfortable than the Quest 2, but the Quest 2 is a lot lighter than the Quest 1. But the Quest 1 has a better head strap to disperse the weight, even though it really doesn't disperse it. So, the Quest 2 has, it's like an elastic, like, stretchy band, and it's rather not that comfortable. I would know, I'm just kind of basing off of what I heard off reviewers. Now, the Quest 1 is extremely front heavy, and it has it's kind of like a rubber, it's like a rubberish material that wraps around the headset and cups the back of your head. Now, Oculus sells a $50 cheap plastic one that basically just improves your comfort overall, and they sell another one that has a battery in the back to help counterbalance it more. For me, I don't know if it fits very well, but, like, just wait for some third-party accessories like Rebuff Reality. I know that was the big one. It provided, 8 hours more battery life, and then it counterbalanced a lot better. And then, and then there's the Franken Quest, which is basically where you take the HTC Vive Deluxe audio strap, put it on your Quest, it gives you better audio, and it helps, it's way more comfortable. Now, let's see, what else do we have? We have the way they track your controllers. This has something called inside-out tracking, and it's a 6 DoF, or 6 degrees of freedom. So, as you can see, I can turn around entirely. I'm not going to turn all the way around because I'll get wrapped up in my cable, but as you can see, I can turn all the way around, and it'll track it. It'll track my controllers all the way around. Versus, oh yeah, this is what 6 degrees of freedom is. It's basically, I can walk around in my room. Like, yeah, I can move my character, but, like, I'm just walking around in my room right now, so that's basically what 6 degrees of freedom is it tracks your individual movements around the room. Like, I can come all the way up to you guys, and, you know, if I was to move, like, my character, here you'll see, let me go back to my little thing, but if I was to move my character up here, I don't go through the table. Now, 3 degrees of freedom, which basically no headset has it anymore, is it tracks you like doing this. That's all it does. If I was to walk, it wouldn't track it. It would stay stationary, which is kind of why it's extinct. Now, the Quest 2 starts at $300, but it's more of a $350 to $400 headset if you want to enjoy it comfortably. Now let's see, what do we got? We have let me put up really quick. Now, of course, we have the Riff Test, which I'm not going to mention, which I'm going to be kind of vague on because it's pretty close to the Quest 2. Quest 2, I think, is actually better. But basically, the Riff Test uses a halo strap design, which basically is where there's like a thing up here that holds it, and then it's, of course, like an O that goes around your head, and there's like usually a little knob on the back. And that is a comfort mod accessory they sell for the Quest. You can buy it. Anyway, there is the... So the Riff Test has LCD displays with the 2560 by 1440 resolution, 80 hertz refresh rate, and they use the same speakers. Now the microphone on the Quest 2, as you can tell, is pretty good because, well, I assume it's pretty good because that's what I'm using right now for my broadcast. The Rift S has a pretty good microphone sometimes. Now, what it does is it basically has this, like, weird kind of, like, thing where it really goes robot mode, and it just doesn't work very well. Now, because of that, it loses a little bit of respect from me. Now, this headset, I believe, will not be sold, like around 2021. I know it stopped sell at 2021, and this price is for, 400, same as the Quest originally did. Now, the Quest 2, I want to mention, you can buy, its $300 one is 64 gigabytes of storage, and then the same, exact same headset, nothing changes besides the storage, which goes up to 256 gigabytes, and then it is $400. Oh, hang on, guys. It uses the touch controllers, which is basically what I'm using here. They're just Oculus's controllers. They have two buttons. They have an A and B button and a Y and X button on either controller. And then they have a joystick. And then they got, of course, the trigger on the front and the grips. Mistakes have been made. Give me a minute, guys. I gotta get this set back up for you. I guess this could be considered a behind the scenes because this is what I have to do. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what this is, I drew this here because if I don't have this here, it's really hard to try to get the camera positioned in a good spot. That's what I did after last stream. After last stream, I basically just came back. Is it crooked for you guys? Hang on, let me get down here. Oh, I gotta see because it could be pointed down too much, or it could be a bajillion things could be wrong with it. It probably should be pointed up a little bit more. I should have been more. I'm really annoyed I can't freeze this because if I could, my life would be so much easier. Now that might be crooked. I might have had it straight, and now it's crooked. I think it's crooked. God dang it. It is. So, I'm going to keep talking about everything while we're doing this. So, again, the Rift S uses inside-out God dang it. It uses inside-out tracking, and same thing as Oculus. It uses sensors on the headset to track your position and movements. Make sure that's good. Yeah, for the most part, seems good. We're just going to say that's good and be done with it. Now, go back to that. There we go. So, the Oculus, let me get back on my little thing, get back to the center of my room. And now the, Quest 2 uses what's considered a different controller from these. They're the same controller, they're a little bit bigger, though, in the discussion. Getting Rift S, I know it has some core problems in the form of it'll go into the computer and it'll say your display port isn't connected. And that's mainly its huge problem. Now, next let's talk about, we'll talk about the CV1. You can buy the CV1, I kid you not, I looked one day, you can buy them for legitimately dirt cheap on eBay. They're like $100 on eBay. Are they good? Are they good? Comfort-wise, yes, but overall, not really. Let's talk about HTC. So their Cosmos specs, there's a Cosmos and Cosmos Elite. I'll talk about that in a second. They both use a 1440 by 1700 pixels per eye, which equates to 2880 by 1700 pixels combined. It has a refresh rate of 90 hertz, and it uses built-in headphones as its form of audio. Now, built-in headphones it uses are the exact same as off the Vive Deluxe audio strap. They just kind of come down and sit on your ears and in a discussion. But it uses a halo-like design as its comfort. Now, I mentioned a Cosmos and a Cosmos Elite. So what's the difference, and what are you paying like $400 more for? Really? Yeah. So the Cosmos, the regular one, uses inside-out tracking, and it is really bad with low-light environments. Like, at nighttime in my room, like, I have, like, the strip lights, if you guys, I'm sure you guys haven't seen, but I have, like, strip lights that run across this side of my room, and they, and I can make them white, and that provides enough light for my Oculus headset. If the tracking is any wacky, I just go flip on the light to my ceiling fan, and that just fixes everything, and it usually doesn't have any more problems. All inside-out tracking headsets have a really wacky and dark light. They use like the sensors on the headset are basically like cameras and whatnot, and they just scan the room for any objects, and if it can't see those objects very well, there's no way it can tell where you are in the room, which way you're facing, and so on and so forth. So it basically, you can't use it if it's too dark. What's it called? The controllers the Cosmos uses look pretty similar to the touch controllers. They have a bumper button, like whenever you're holding. Hang on, I got something. I'll be right back, guys. Down here in my room. I'll do a room tour one day, guys. So I think that'd be pretty fun. Let's just get them both to not anger anyone. Jesus. Give me that and give me this. So whenever I got controllers here. So whenever I don't know why that one has physics and that one doesn't. It's whatever. That one's probably easier for you guys to see. So, like you can see here on this controller, it has a trigger button right there, and then hang on, let me get it, and then a bumper button right here at the top. And that bumper button is what the Cosmos brings to the table. Cool, I guess, right? That's not a bad idea. I might have some controllers up here next time, guys. I like these. Anyway, let's just set this off to the side for now. So the Cosmos uses inside-out tracking. Controllers are really heavy. They're the heaviest out of any VR controller I think we've ever had. And then there's the Cosmos Elite. The Cosmos Elite is $100 less than the Valve Index, which if you don't know what that is, we'll talk about it in a minute. Now, while the Quest does not need any computer, it's optional. The Cosmos, the regular one, requires one. You don't have an option. You got to use it. And HTC, instead of like the original Vive, you just use SteamVR. In a discussion, nothing big. HTC has since created their own third-party software like Oculus that has to run in the background if you want to use SteamVR. Now, the Cosmos Elite has a faceplate tracker and base stations just like the original Vive. It uses base stations that put in the corner of rooms, which provides something called outside-in tracking. Outside-in tracking is there's, like I said, a base station that is sitting the SteamVR base stations, which are the best ones, sit in either corner of your room. Like you'd have one like one right there, and then you guys can't see, but there'd be like one over there, and that would provide you with tracking. They're the best. They provide the best tracking overall. Ooh, my hands are glitchy. I do not like that. But the Cosmos has, of course, the Elite design's the same. And if you already own the Cosmos, you can just buy a tracking faceplate for it for like $150, assuming you already have base stations. If you don't have base stations, you can buy them separately for like $150. So like, yeah. And you have Vive wands now instead of the touch controllers. If you don't know what Vive wands are, search up a picture. They're like big meat handles, essentially, is what they are. Hang on, wrong one. I might be able to find something here really quick. Let me see if I can find us something, guys. Oh, okay, I forgot I got rid of that. Like, so it's alright. Let me see if I can get you guys a Vive wand here. Inventions, get more. Give me a minute, guys. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway. If you're gonna make fun of me for pick typing, that's the only option you have. I will have you know. So, this is great. I like this. So, yeah, I need these. I need to get all of these. And let me get these, and get them. Give me one of these. And then one of these. Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can just find a controller specific. Ooh, that's good for the background. Well, can you guys see what I'm choosing? Maybe. Okay, so put it back to my watch, and there we go. Now I want to make an invention. I'm going to clone it. So the original Vive. This is going to be way bigger than it needs. Oh my god, those look horrible. The frick. But yeah, they're not this big, but these are essentially the controllers. They're big meat handles. This is not a freaking tennis racket, but it works. And that's the same that carries over for the Vive Pro, vice versa. I'm going to be setting up this background later, because I got a bunch of cool stuff for it. Now, the Vive has the worst, basically, out of everyone. It's the CV1. Now, the Vive Pro puts some similar specs to the Index, resolution-wise. It doesn't have the field of view like the Index, and the Index still wins overall. But yeah, don't get the Cosmos. Unless you already have it. You can get Index controllers if you don't know what Knuckles controllers are. They're these things. Of course, all this is in Rec Room, so it's kind of ported, but individual finger tracking. Everything else, and pair them with the Cosmos, as long as you got base stations. And then, let's talk about the Index. It's finally time. So, the Valve Index specs, and all this was taken off the official website for all these, so the headset uses a 1440 by 1600 LCD panel for each eye for a combined resolution of 2880 by 1600. The panels are full RGB and can operate at refresh rates of 80 Hz, 90 Hz, 120 Hz, and a currently experimental 144 Hz, which is like a new, never heard of thing for this industry. The specified field of view is 130, which is as big as it can get, but users report a practical field of view of 120. And they use something called over-ear headphones. Now, over-ear headphones, or the Ronald Rump podcast, sir, yes, sir. But, the over-ear headphones are basically, I don't know if it'll look very good, but we can try. Let's don't walk into everything. But yeah, like, you kind of can't see it, but, like, right here you can see this, like, this headphone, and they sit off your ears. They don't actually touch them, so it provides it more comfortable, and they're kind of like the Oculus. They're better than the Oculus headphones, let's keep that in mind, but they kind of like the Oculus headphones, and if you don't want somebody to hear everything around you, then you kind of gotta do something else. Now, sorry for putting my head up, guys, I got a freaking itch my face, but now, this being the most expensive of the bunch, it retails for $1,000 for the full kit. Now, you can upgrade individually. You can just buy the controllers. You can just buy the headset. You can buy the headset and controllers. I would say you could buy the base stations, but they've been out of stock, in the US at least, for I don't know how long. And then that is kind of the gist of the Index. It's mainly the best of the best for the most expensive price. It boasts the best graphics, the best tracking. It uses 2.0 lighthouses. Oh yeah, I forgot I got one of those, and I was going to show it to you guys, but I forgot to get it out. So, the original Vive base station, please have enough space in my room for this. Good. So, this is an original HTC Vive headset, or base station. It wouldn't look like this, like, you can see in there, those little dots that are right in there would be there, but that is, like, dots there wouldn't be. It's just for the lasers. Anyway, like I said, you get 2 of these, and you would put them up in the corners of your room like that, and then they would track you. Now, they cost you, or not, they don't cost you. So, Valve sells, so the base station, for one base station, it's $150, controllers are $300, the headset alone is $500, controllers and headset are $750 or $800, and then of course the full kit is $1,000. They use SteamVR 2.0 lighthouses, but they're like rounded, and they're really not worth it if you already own an HTC Vive and have the original 1.0 headsets or base stations, because they provide like just a wider field of view and stuff. It's whatever you want to do. Now let's talk about the kind of cheaper headsets that work. I can't grab it, but this up here is a PlayStation VR headset. It uses Move controllers, the headset. I don't know its resolution. I'm not willing to Google it right now. But if you have a PlayStation, it retails for about the same as a Oculus headset. So if you don't want to buy an Oculus headset and give away all your information to Facebook, I get one of those. Best option. I'm going to go Google the Windows Mixed Reality headsets because there's a lot of them. Let's go back here. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Yo, is that the Google Ghost game again? I got to look at that later. That's cool. Boop. I need the on-screen keyboard. And to back it up. So we need the... Oh, that's a Q, not a W. Windows. I spelled that so wrong. Windows. Mixed. Nope, do these. Mixed. Reality. Specs. So, there's a bunch of different, like, headsets. The Windows Mixed Reality, there's HP sells 2, then Asus has 1, Dell has 1, and Samsung sells 1. It's not telling me specs. Okay, let's talk about the Reverb G2. So the Reverb G2 uses Windows Mixed Reality controllers, but they're redesigned, so they're more like the touch controllers now. It has the best screen resolution. I'm not going to Google it, but the Reverb G1 is the best out of the headset lineup for the Windows Mixed Reality. Still uses garbage controllers. Samsung Odyssey uses the same garbage controllers, but they work. Tracking sucks butt on those, except for the Reverb, and I think the Odyssey have okay tracking. End of discussion. Okay, now it's time to answer the question that sparked me to do all this. What is the headset for you? The user, the consumer, whatever. So, Generation 1 headsets. CV1 and Vive. Don't even bother with them. They are falling behind quickly. If you already have one, if you already have a Vive, and you don't want to spend $800 on the index, or even $1,000, get yourself the controllers. They're $300. It's still a lot, but just get them because they're compatible. Then Vive Pro, I'd say the same thing that I just said. But now the let's think. So the crap. What the heck? I lose names so easily, guys. I'm so sorry. But the Quest. That is the best headset if you don't have a VR-capable PC. Maybe you don't have a PC at all. Everyone has a PC at this point. But saying you don't, that. And then maybe if you even do have a PC, then you have a lower-end PC do that. Mine's freaking high-end, dude. Don't even Don't even worry about that. But because of the link, they have to scale down a whole bunch. They have to scale down the images that are coming through the headset, and it just makes the experience not the best. So I would recommend, if you have the VR ready PC, get a third-party cable. You can get an entire thing like mine, or a third-party cable in general for like $20-30 off Amazon, and not $100 one or an $80 one off of whatever. The Quest is also good if you're always moving or traveling. This is also a really good option. PSVR, again, like I said, if you don't want to get a Quest and give away all the information to Facebook, and I probably should have mentioned that earlier, but everything Oculus now, if you already own an OG Quest or a Rift or a Rift S, you don't have to tie your account to Facebook until 2023, I believe. But after that point, your headset is deemed unusable unless you have tied it to a Facebook account. And that is what really sucks, that Facebook is taking control of it way more than they should be. And if your Facebook account gets banned for any reason, everything tied to Oculus, your purchases, your friends, all that stuff, gone. You don't get access to it anymore. It's just gone. It doesn't exist anymore, which sucks a lot. The Rift S is, again, if your PC is meeting minimum requirements, but just barely, or maybe barely, or somewhat exceeding them, not super exceeding them. That's for the Rift S people. If you want it, the HTC lineup with the Cosmos, don't mess with it. It's just not a good option. It's not worth the 800. It's not worth the price of an Index for good tracking. The Cosmos, don't even mess with that. Cosmos Elite, again, I still wouldn't mess with it. But if you need a headset, I guess get it and buy yourself some Knuckles controllers. Don't keep yourself with the stupid Vive ones. Please don't do that to yourself. Then, what else do we have? We have the Index. The Index is, if you have the top-of-the-line PC, you're exceeding minimum specs, you're doing all that good stuff. You don't mind paying $1,000 for this, go for it. If you're already into VR, go for it. If you're not into VR and you want to try it out, Steam does allow returns, but with the 8-week waiting passage, I would just recommend getting an Oculus headset. Windows Mixed Reality, don't really invest in one. I would wait until the Reverb G2 comes out and invest into that. I think pre-orders are shipping now or in a few weeks, if I recall. That is amazing, dude. Then what else do we have? I think that's about it. I'm looking around my room to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Closing remarks? Really? I just recommend getting into VR, in general, because VR is a really fun experience. There's something that's like, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's really a kind of breathtaking kind of thing in the form of, once you get into it, it's hard to get out of it. For me, I don't know how much time I have logged in VR in total, because I'd have to add up all my Steam VR time, and then I'd have to add up all my Oculus time, but Oculus doesn't give you exact numbers, so it's too hard to tell. But overall, I probably have a couple hundred hours in VR. I love VR without a doubt. If you want comfort, Index definitely. Without a doubt, you can mod the Quest, but it takes a lot of money to do the good mods and get pretty good comfortability, whatever you want to say. But yeah. Now let's go ahead and do, a little Q&A. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and type them into chat. I'll give you guys the kind of everything. Wait, it'd probably be more worth it to do this in a video, but let's go ahead and just do, for anyone that stuck around this long, let's go ahead and get you guys a little room tour I got here. Let me go put my controllers I have. Oh, it just respawned. Nice, poggers. So usually one of these, the PS4 controllers usually, oh no, that's actually pretty good in the line. I don't know where my dot went. There it is. Okay, I'm going to come back up to you guys. So, let's go ahead and grab the camera. And here we go, guys. This is my room tour, I guess. Spin you guys around, get you a good view of everything. Got the where I record. Got kind of dorm area. Down there is still kind of a work in progress. I'm still working on it. But yeah, so we got a Yeet sign. We got a Red Dead Redemption 2. That was from my original setup. Originally, I had a desk right here, and I was originally just going to use it. And you guys would have had a camera angle facing that way. But it didn't turn out that way because I couldn't, like, get everything to fit correctly. And I ditched it. And that's just up here from that. I have my Kermit poster. I have a... That needs to be frozen. But I have, of course, some props here. PSVR. All this wasn't here before. That was, and I have some stuff over there that was, but basically everything else was not here. This desk took me forever to get. Have a little computer there. Doesn't show anything, can't do anything with it. Got my little box for where you put the camera, so you guys can see me good. We got, some, again, props back here. Got some nano leaves. I got those somewhere else in my room. I had to scale those down big time. But again, got Kermit the Frog. Got computer right here that I don't know if I can get this camera outside of the wall. I hope I can. Oh, I definitely can. But yeah, this is like what those PCs are like supposed to look like. Is like that. Supposed to have little moving fans and stuff in them, but I kind of screwed up and got rid of them, so that doesn't exist. And then, of course, my little index thing. And, of course, I think I'm going to have some prop changes between episodes. Got my son Peter's up here. 2 of them. That one needs to be repositioned probably to that corner so you guys can see it, so it'd be funny. Let's go and hop down to the second area. What do we got? This board has, like, there's a mouse, like a golden mouse, a Kermit poster, a Beanos, a diamond. That's like a 10 million subscriber button, and a Son Peter. That's legitimately what it is, but you can't see it because there's like a bunch of video stuff for computer for whatever reason. Then we have the Son Peter outfit. I think it's that. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's kind of sucks, but it works. Down here, I also thought about doing the podcast down here. Got a little light, got that microphone, it can be moved, but got the same laptop, some ramen noodles, Alexa, and yeah. So again, like, can you just imagine if like I would have had a box down here, and you could have been watching the podcast from right here, but it didn't work because you can't really set up a lot of props, and I'd rather. Oh yeah, I have a lot of these Kermit posters. I got another one right there. Should probably move that up there. That'd be fun. There's the actual size of those nano leaf things. Bed. Got another Son Peter. Got some string lights, and we have a little sleep sign. Down here, we have this random camera I have. I don't know. You can move it around. There used to be a desk right there that I got rid of because it kind of sucked. We have a switch right here. We have a TV remote. We have another Yeet sign. We've got 2 PS4, 2 Xbox controllers, diamonds. Diamonds! Got the live sign that's very not, like, aligned. Got a PS4 TV that's not on that I think it was supposed to be, but for whatever reason it didn't work. YouTube sign. Down here, I swear to God I had something over there, but maybe I never did, I don't know. Got the 2 consoles, PS4 Pro, Xbox S. Got another PlayStation thing. Got this got speakers. There's actually 2 speakers. I don't know if you guys can, like, hear it. Probably in the game. Probably like an echo, but, like, 2 speakers. So, yeah. Pretty cool. A little couch. And I guess that's about it for my room. There you guys are. Do you see the camera? Yeah, you can. That's fun. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, guys, let's go and hop up here in the podcast. I'm going to make some set changes. Yeah, this camera is still not the easiest thing to position because you can't leave, like, this camera here, and it takes a lot to position correctly. But, other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm still working on a name. If you got any names you want to call this stream, go ahead and type them in chat, comments, however you're watching this. I want to make this into seasons, so it's a podcast per week, and it's either going to be like, I don't know, we'll figure out something. It'll either be seasons, and every 6 months to a year we'll switch out seasons, or whatever we need to do. But other than that, guys, if you guys did happen to enjoy this podcast, found this helpful at all, please consider subscribing, turn on those post notifications, and smash that like button. Just let me know you like it. If you have ideas for future podcasts, go and drop them in the comments below. Ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments below. But on that, guys, I want you guys to have a safe, wonderful, and blessed rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.